chronic pain. Imagine waking up one morning with a stiff back. You stretch, you shake it off. It's nothing. Just slept weird, right? But the next day, it's still there, and the day after that, and the week after that, until one day you realize you don't remember what no pain even feels like. That's chronic pain. It's not loud like acute pain. It doesn't scream. It whispers, constantly. It's the kind of pain that becomes your shadow. You learn to carry it because you have to. It lingers for weeks, months, sometimes years. Long after the injury is gone, the pain stays, like a song stuck on repeat that you can't turn off. Chronic pain doesn't want to be seen. It wants to be felt, all the time. And the worst part? It doesn't always show up on scans. The doctor says, everything looks fine. You want to scream, but it's not. It makes you question yourself. Am I exaggerating? Am I broken? Why won't it stop? Sometimes it's dull, a constant ache like a heavy backpack on your shoulders. Sometimes it's sharp, sudden stabs like tiny knives. Other times it just makes your whole body feel tired. People start to notice changes. You cancel plans. You move slower. You smile less. They ask what's wrong and you say, I'm just tired. But what you mean is, I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of pretending. I'm tired of this being my normal. It changes how you work, how you move, how you live. But the world doesn't slow down. You're still expected to show up. Nerve pain. Nerve pain doesn't feel like the pain you're used to. It's not a scrape or a bruise or a pulled muscle. It's stranger than that. Sometimes it feels like tiny electric shocks, snapping under your skin. Other times it's a burning sensation, like your body is on fire from the inside. It can be pins and needles or like someone's pressing shards of glass into your limbs. And the worst part? Nothing's actually happening. There's no wound to treat, no visible damage. Your body just decides on its own to hurt. That's because the nerves, the wires that carry signals to your brain, are damaged, confused, or misfiring. They send pain messages when they shouldn't. You could be sitting still, doing nothing, and suddenly it feels like lightning bolts racing down your legs. Or your hand might go completely numb, but still somehow hurt. It doesn't follow logic, and that makes it hard to explain. How do you tell someone, I'm in pain, when even you don't understand where it's coming from? And then there's the unpredictability. You never know when it's going to strike. Some days it's quiet, just a dull tingle in the background. Other days it flares up so bad you can't move. The simple act of putting on socks becomes unbearable. A breeze across your skin feels like sandpaper. You flinch at things that shouldn't hurt, because your nerves have turned the volume up way too loud. And what makes nerve pain even more isolating is that people can't see it. They think you're overreacting, being dramatic, exaggerating. But the truth is, you're underreacting. You're enduring something that never makes sense, never stops, and never seems to respond to the usual fixes. Medications work for some, but not for all. And even when they do, they often come with fog, fatigue, or side effects that leave you trading one kind of suffering for another. Phantom pain. Phantom pain is the kind of pain that breaks the rules. You lose a limb, a leg, an arm, a hand, and yet somehow you still feel it. It tingles, it itches, it burns. Sometimes it feels like the fingers you no longer have are curled into a tight, painful fist that won't release. You look down and there's nothing there, but the pain is as real as ever. Try explaining that to someone who's never felt it, that your body is hurting in a place that doesn't exist anymore. They might look at you like you're imagining it, but you're not. Because pain doesn't just live in the flesh. It lives in the brain, in the circuits, in the memory, in the map of your body that your mind still believes in. Your brain still thinks your limb is there, still wired to protect it, still reacting to it. It's like your nervous system refuses to let go. Scientists call it maladaptive plasticity, the brain trying to adapt and failing. But you don't need a textbook to tell you what it feels like. You know, you feel it, a ghost that haunts your nerves. And sometimes it's not even just about the limb. It's about everything that was tied to it. The way you used to walk, the way you used to hold things, the way you used to feel whole. Phantom pain isn't just about what's missing. It's about what your body remembers and what your heart can't forget. Some people say the mind plays tricks, but this isn't a trick. It's your brain grieving a part of you that's gone, and it grieves through pain. And while treatments can help, mirror therapy, medications, nerve blocks, the truth is, it never fully makes sense. You're constantly at war with your own body, trying to convince it that something is gone, while it keeps insisting it's still there. Emotional pain. Emotional pain doesn't leave bruises. There's no blood, no scars, no x-rays that show what's broken. But it still hurts just as much, and sometimes even more. It's the ache in your chest when someone leaves you. It's the pit in your stomach when you hear bad news. It's the crushing weight of grief when someone you love disappears from your life, and nothing feels real anymore. Your body reacts even though there's no physical threat. Your heart races, your hands shake, your appetite vanishes, your sleep disappears. You can't breathe, but no one's choking you. That's because the brain doesn't distinguish much between emotional pain and physical pain. It lights up the same areas. And the worst part is how invisible it all is. You show up, you smile, you say, "I'm fine." But inside it's like you're underwater, screaming, and no one can hear you. Emotional pain is sneaky. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it shows up as numbness or anger or distraction. You could be in the middle of a conversation or driving or folding laundry, and suddenly your eyes sting and your chest tightens and you remember that you're not okay. And maybe the hardest part is that people expect you to move on. It's been a while, they say. You should be over it by now. Acute pain. You're walking barefoot in your kitchen. There's something on the floor. You don't see it until it's too late. You step down, and suddenly, sharp, hot, immediate. Pain shoots through your foot. You lift it instinctively, your breath catches. Your body reacts before your brain finishes the sentence. That's acute pain. Fast, loud, demanding. It's the body's version of pulling the fire alarm. Acute pain is usually easy to trace. There's a clear cause and effect. You touch the stove, it burns. You fall off your bike, your knee scrapes. It's a signal, a red flag, a scream that says, "Stop, pay attention. Something is wrong." It's not subtle, it doesn't whisper. It yells, and it's supposed to. Acute pain is your body trying to protect you. It's the warning system that helps you survive. Without it, you'd walk on broken ankles, let infections fester, and never know you were bleeding out. There are sensors all over your body, nerve endings called nociceptors. When you get injured, these sensors send a message straight to your spinal cord, which relays it up to your brain. All of this happens faster than you can blink. Sometimes it's sharp, like a paper cut. Other times it's throbbing, like after you stub your toe. Psychosomatic pain. Psychosomatic pain is the kind of pain that makes you feel like your brain and body are turning on each other. It starts quietly, maybe with stress, deadlines piling up, emotions you haven't processed, trauma you never gave yourself time to grieve. You tell yourself you're just overthinking, just anxious, just tired, but your body is listening and it's overwhelmed. Then it begins. Your stomach starts aching, your chest tightens, your jaw clenches so hard you wake up with headaches. Your muscles stay locked like they're waiting for a threat that never comes. The pain is real, the tension is real, but doctors can't find a cause. You try to explain it. It feels like something's wrong, and they tell you it's probably just stress. But there's nothing just about stress. Stress, fear, grief, anxiety, these things don't just sit in your mind. They live in your body. And when they're too heavy to carry mentally, your body tries to help by carrying them physically. That's what psychosomatic pain is. It's not imagined. It's not fake. It's your nervous system trying to protect you by sounding the alarm, even when there's no clear fire. But instead of warning you with thoughts, it does it through your body. A pounding heart, shallow breaths, a back that aches like it's holding decades of weight.